Is next. It is Maine Day here at Fenway Park. Feels like we're in Maine right now. Lobsters everywhere. It's the Red Sox and Seattle Mariners in Game 3 of a 3-game series. Hi again, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, as always, joined by Jerry Remy. Welcome to Maine Day here at Fenway Park as the Red Sox fresh off a win last night. And, Jerry, outstanding pitching from Josh Beckett, especially at the end of the game now where Daniel Bard has really wrapped up the 8th inning.
Well, he's been on such an incredible role for the Red Sox over the last 23 appearances. And when we look at the graphic, I mean, it's just been remarkable what he's done. That 23 consecutive scoreless appearance is a team record, an ERA of 0. He has 24 innings pitched, 9 hits allowed, 6 walks, 23 strikeouts. When you look at the walk, 6 walks, that's so important to come in late in the game and not put people on base with a base on balls. Opponents only hitting 114, and we saw in the game last night, Don, the fact that he loaded the bases but did not allow a run to come home. Just incredible by Daniel Bard. We had a chance to talk to him earlier about the streak.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely proud of it, but, you know, there's a lot of luck involved. There's been some great defensive plays behind me throughout it, so you know, I owe it to those guys, too, playing behind me. So, you know, I'm just out there trying to do the same thing every day.
Well, today, the Seattle Mariners are trying to avoid a club record 15th loss in a row. They've lost the first 2 games of the series, and they hand the baseball to Michael Pineda, a 22-year-old rookie, will take the hill today for Seattle. He's 86 with a 3.24 earned run average. We're back with the first pitch on Maine Day from Fenway Park right after this. Brought to you by AT Cholula Hot Sauce, Toyota's official website for deals via Toyota.com, and by Southwest Airlines. Now, Maine Day from Fenway Park as the Red Sox and Seattle Mariners wrap up their 3-game series today. And welcome inside Fenway Park as we send it down to Carl Bean, Red Sox.
The set of his hit show
announcer.
As an auction item. Please welcome John Slattery. Catching John will be number 54, Darnell McDonald. All right, John, how about a pitch? Thank you, John. And finally, for the 2 words we all love to hear, please welcome 9-year-old Caitlin Paul of Pittston, Maine.
You know, the Red Sox and Mariners wrapping it up today. John Slattery throwing out the first pitch, of course, from AMC's Mad Men. And he'll be joining us a little bit later in the game, a Newton, Mass native, along with Mike O'Malley as they prepare tonight. There's Mike as they prepare for tonight's picnic in the park from Fenway Park as the Red Sox and Mariners wrap up their series today. Red Sox trying to make it 3 in a row over the Mariners, and the Mariners are trying to scathe off what has been a record for them and in the wrong direction. They have lost 14 straight games, which is a club record, and Eric Wedge's team trying to keep that from happening today as the Red Sox send Tim Wakefield to the hill for the final game of the series. And so far, Jerry, in this series, the Red Sox have been able to get to the Mariners starters eventually, even though both starters pitched well in the first 2 games for Seattle.
Yeah, they really have. They've had 2 good starts in this series against a very good offense of the Boston Red Sox, but the Red Sox have been able to outlast them, get enough runs to get some wins. The Red Sox pitching has been outstanding in the series, and Wakefield hopes to continue that this afternoon.
There goes the bullpen. We highlighted Daniel Bard, of course, in the open today, and the fine work he's put together streak-wise. And it looked like for a moment there it may come to an end last night. He got the bases loaded, but get out of it.
Well, that's the great thing about Daniel Bard. His stuff is so good that, you know, he can load the bases like he did, which he didn't want to do, obviously, and then still be able to come back out and get 3 outs and not allow them to score. He is on an incredible run right now for the Boston Red Sox. And when you look at the end of the game between Bard and Papelbon, it's got to be right up there with the best in the game.
Day as well. Janice Bigos throwing out the first pitch here today at Fenway Park and getting a little closer, but still a good toss on main day from Fenway. And we get ready for baseball as Tim Wakefield and the Red Sox have taken the field here this afternoon. And as they do, let's check out the visiting Seattle Mariners lineup, and there's been a late change. Ichiro Suzuki is in right field. Brendan Ryan is at shortstop. Justin Ackley at second base. Miguel Olivo does the catching in the cleanup spot. Justin Smoke at first base. It is Mike Karp in left field. Adam Kennedy is at third base. He bats 7th with Jack Cuss, the DH. Here's the change. Sean Figgins has come out of the lineup very late, leading to some speculation that perhaps he might be part of a trade. We'll talk more about that. It's Franklin Gutierrez who is in center field and bats 9th today for the Mariners. On the mound for the Red Sox, Tim Wakefield looking for career victory number 199. His 22nd appearance of the year, 13th start. He's 5-3 with a 4.80 earned run average, 43 strikeouts, and opponents hitting at 263 against Wakefield. Not particularly good numbers against the Mariners. He is 4-10. Last time out for Tim Wakefield, a no decision against the Orioles, lasting 4 2/3 innings.
The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Jordan's Furniture. They are second in the American League. They'll have Kevin Youkilis at third base, Marco Scutero the shortstop, Dustin Pedroia at second, and Adrian Gonzalez the first baseman. Left to right, Kyle Crawford, Jacoby Ellsbury, and Josh Reddick, and Jared Saltalamacchia doing the catching for Tim Wakefield.
Umpiring crew Jeff Kellogg has the play going to balls and strikes. He's the crew chief. Mark Carlson at first base, Eric Cooper at second base, and Tim Timmons is the umpire at third. Ichiro ready to work. We touched a moment ago on Sean Figgins. He was in the lineup right up until game time as Wakefield deals and misses with ball 1 runned away and a scratch from the lineup. Mariners saying there is no injury, and wonder if perhaps a trade or something along the lines of a personal matter has taken place. But either way, he is out of the lineup today for Seattle. And Eric Wedge, a clean shaven Eric Wedge today, trying to change his luck and changes the look as well. This is inside, and it's 3-0. This was yesterday. This is today. I got to tell you, I like the new look better than maybe yesterday.
I like today better than yesterday, yes.
looks like the Eric Wedge that I've known for somewhere in the neighborhood of 15 years. That's the Eric Wedge I remember. The guy that's been walking around, I don't know who he was the last couple of days. 3-1 is a swing and a foul tip, full count.
Fastball by Wakefield on the 3-1 count to Ichiro.
That is in the air, foul, and it hangs at 3-2. 5-game hitting streak for Ichiro. Hitting at .333, trying to turn it around. The numbers for Ichiro lower than he's ever had in his 11-year major league career. On the ground, Wakefield will pick it. Nicely done as he fires to first. 1 down.
Now, after Wakefield fell behind 3 balls and no strikes, it was all fastballs after that to Ichiro, and finally the big bounce back to Wakefield. Always nice to have that big high bounce come to the glove side. Makes it a little bit easier for the pitcher.
A great day here at Fenway Park right now. Blue skies above, and it is Main Day here at Fenway as Red Sox continue this homestand. A little cooler today than it's been last couple days here around the yard. Here's Brendan Ryan, who swings and fouls it back.
Ryan right now on a 7-game hitting streak.
.261 average with a home run and 27 runs batted in. Takes a swing at a pitch that was up, and he's down 0-2. Mentioned the numbers for Tim Wakefield against Seattle. 4-10 in his career, but here at Fenway's 3-6. This will hit Ryan right in the back. As that knuckler jumps away, really took off.
Absolutely no way in the world that Ryan get out of the way of this one. This knuckleball comes back inside on him and gets him right on the 26 on his back.
So 1 out, Ryan at first, and Justin Ackley, who's had a nice series for the Mariners, stands in. Our first look at the Mariners' second baseman. Hitting at .292, 4 homers, 14 runs batted in. Drops in for strike 1. He was 3 for 5 in the game last night. First chance that he's had to face Tim Wakefield in his career.
Ryan at first base has 8 steals on the season. He's been caught twice.
Swinging a foul tip. It's 1-2. One of the things heard about Ackley so far, and you look at the numbers, it's certainly the case. His first 13 games had 13 hits and 5 walks. He's not your typical rookie who comes to the big leagues and is over aggressive. He's a pretty patient hitter. It's into pretty good counts.
And they slide him right in that 3 slot in the batting order.
Ackley will pop up the 1-2 foul, and it hangs at 1-2. His first major league hit off Roy Oswalt, his second inning as part of interleague play. It's the Philadelphia Phillies, was called up on June 16th from AAA Tacoma. Wakefield with a check on Ryan, who's back to the bag. Ackley fouls off another. Still 1-2. Well, the win for the Red Sox yesterday. Yankees loss. Red Sox standing a season high 3 games ahead in the American League East. It's the largest division lead for the Red Sox since the conclusion of play back on July 17th of 2009. So it's been a while. This is in the air, hit well to center field. Ellsbury going back onto the track to make the catch. Good running grab for Ellsbury, backed by the 379 marker with his second out of the inning.
And we talked so much about Jacoby Ellsbury's offense this year, but his defense has been spectacular also. You know, he's really improved on getting jumps on the ball from center field. And he's making plays like that, taking extra bases away from a guy like Ackley on that type of contact.
So 2 down, Brendan Ryan at first base, and here's Miguel Olivo. 223, 13 homers, 44 runs batted in. He started game 1 of the series, and yesterday it was Josh Bard who did the catching. Olivo did come in as a pinch hitter in the 9th last night. This is in the air to left field, struck well. Crawford going back at the wall. It is gone into the monster seats. A 2-run home run for Miguel Olivo, his 14th home run of the year, and the Mariners take a 2-0 lead in the first inning.
That's the second career home run that Olivo has had against Tim Wakefield. Knuckleball didn't do very much that time. Kind of stayed flat just above the knees, and Olivo lifts it into the monster seats for the home run. 5-game hitting streak now for Olivo, his 14th home run.
That was also the 14th home run given up by Tim Wakefield this season. And a good start for the Mariners today, who take a 2-0 advantage. There's a 1-0 to Justin Smoke, who smokes this foul. .223 batting average, 12 homers and 43 runs batted in for Smoke. He was 0 for 3 in the game last night with a walk and a strikeout. He's 0 for 2 in his career against Tim Wakefield. There's a swing and a miss for strike 2.
It's amazing when you look at the splits against Wakefield. Left-handed hitters only hitting .190 against him. Right-handers .306 coming into the ball game today.
In the air, struck well to left center field. Back goes Ellsbury at the wall. And that is high off the wall. The ricochet to Ellsbury, and Smoke did not miss a home run by very much as he stands at second with 2 down.
Once again, that ball looked like it might have had a chance when it left the bat on contact, but scrapes the wall right at the top of the wall for the 2-out double for Smoke. So he almost goes back-to-back with Olivo.
So a 2-run shot, now a double, and here is Mike Karp. 245, 2 homers and 4 runs batted in. His home runs in each of the first 2 games of the series as he takes strike 1. Got a 3-run home run in game 1 of the series off Franklin Morales. It's up and away, and it's 1-1. Karp lines this into right field sharply. Smoke is going to try and score from second. Throw from Reddick is going to be close and in time. Nothing close about it. Got it there in a hurry, and Smoke is gunned down at the plate. The Mariners have a 2-0 lead as Dustin Pedroia will be batting second when we come back, trying to extend that hitting streak to 21 games. It's coming up, as are the Sox, trailing 2-0.
throw for Josh Reddick out in right field. Puts an excellent charge on the ball and throws out Smoke at home plate, and in plenty of time. There's a throw not cut off by Gonzalez, and Saltalamacchia just waiting for the base runner to come in and apply the tag.
Now it's a 2-0 Mariners lead as the Red Sox come to bat here and face the Mariners pitcher, 22-year-old Michael Pineda. His 20th start, he's 8-6 with a 3.24 earned run average. 119 in the third innings. He's got 119 strikeouts. Opponent sitting at 202 against Pineda. Last time out, a no decision against Toronto. 6 1/3, 5 runs. And it's Jacoby Ellsbury who leads it off here in the bottom of the first inning. Red Sox trailing 2-0 as Ellsbury takes strike one. 319, 16 homers, and 57 runs batted in for Ellsbury, who hits this, a fair ball down the right field line. It'll kick to Ichiro as Ellsbury heads for second, and he will get there standing. Jacoby Ellsbury with a double to start the first inning.
Now Jacoby Ellsbury once again turns around an inside fastball. This ball inside, he's able to get the barrel of the bat out and pull it right down that first base line. Little bobble out here by Ichiro as he plays it off the wall. Tried to play it with his bare hand, but it wouldn't have made a difference anyway. Ellsbury would have been in his second base easily.
So a 6-gamer now for Ellsbury, 11 for 22 at 500. And he's at second as Pedroia stands in. There's strike one to Pedroia. Up over 300 at 301. 13 homers and 50 runs batted in. And Dustin, of course, riding the 20-game hitting streak coming into today's action. Able to extend it in the first inning each of the last 2 nights. This will bounce in, and Ellsbury will take third base. Wild pitch for Michael Pineda.
That first slider that Pineda throws and just overthrows it. Olivo tried to block it. It deflects off down that first base line, and over the third base goes Jacoby Ellsbury.
So Ellsbury 90 feet away as you look at the numbers for Pedroia during this 20-game hitting streak. It's included 7 home runs. Hard stuff inside, and it is ball 2, 2-1. Mariners getting a 2-run home run from Miguel Olivo in the first inning. And a young Dustin Pedroia fan hoping Dustin can get something done here in the first. High fly ball to left center field. Out is Ryan, the shortstop, but in is Gutierrez, the center fielder. And a throw to the plate, no going there as Ellsbury as he returns to the bag at third. Starting lineups brought to you by New England Chevy Dealers. It's Main Day.
Thanks, Sean. Hi, I'm Michael Ray of Newburgh, Maine. Leading off for the Red Sox, the center fielder, Mr. Jacoby Ellsbury. At second base, Mr. Dustin Pedroia. The first baseman, Mr. Adrian Gonzalez. At third base, Mr. Kevin Youkilis. The DH, Mr. David Ortiz. In left field, Mr. Carl Crawford. The right fielder, Mr. Josh Reddick. The catcher, Mr. Gerard Saltalamacchia. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Mr. Marco Scudero.
Thanks, Michael. Great job. 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning as Jacoby Ellsbury is at third base. And Adrian Gonzalez bats here in the 3 spot at 343. 17 home runs, 80 runs batted in. Right back where it came from and into center field. Ellsbury will score from third. Red Sox on the board. Adrian Gonzalez drives in his 81st run of the year.
Gonzalez jumps on the fastball from Pineda that's out over the plate and pulls it up the middle for the base hit. So the Red Sox quickly get on the board in the bottom of the first inning.
1 out, 1 on, a run in, and Kevin Youkilis coming up. 281, 13 homers, and 70 runs batted in. There's ball 1 from Pineda. th Major League start today for Pineda. Signed as a non-drafted free agent in December of 2005. That is outside, and it's 2-0. He's the 7th youngest player on a 2011 opening day roster at 22 years old, 72 days. And the 3rd youngest American League player behind Royals pitcher Tim Collins, who's 21, and White Sox pitcher Chris Sale, who's 22. In the air to deep left field for Youkilis. This is back, and it is gone. Near the back of the monster seats, a 2-run shot, and the Red Sox take a 3-2 lead.
Kevin Youkilis now with 14 home runs, 7 at home, 7 on the road. Had a tough pitch to hit out of the ballpark. A fastball up and in about letter high, but Youkilis gets the barrel of the bat out and hits the home run. RBIs 71-72 for Kevin Youkilis.
"17 RBIs in the month of July for Kevin Youkilis. His 18th game of the month. And no longer do the Mariners lead 2-0. In fact, they trail 3-2. Still 1 out as David Ortiz takes strike 1. Hess and Hess Express are proud sponsors of the Red Sox and the Red Sox on Nesson. During the 2011 Red Sox season, Hess and Hess Express will donate $500 to the pediatric trauma program at Children's Hospital Boston. For every Red Sox home run, Hess and Hess Express committed to helping the cause. 1 out here in the bottom of the 1st inning. 3 quick runs. And David Ortiz with a count of 1-1. Time called as Pineda was about to deal. Big Papi at 294, 19 homers, and 59 runs batted in. The strike over. It's 1-2. In the air to the left, struck well. Carp back. It's going to grab some wall. Plays the hop and keeps David Ortiz to a long single.
Ortiz has used the opposite field a couple of times in this series. There had been back-to-back changeups to Ortiz. Then he tries to throw the fastball by him, and Ortiz takes it off the wall in left field. Fastball away. And there's that opposite field stroke by David Ortiz. Let's take a look at the Mariner defense. They're 7th in the American League. Adam Kennedy will be at 3rd base. Brendan Ryan, the shortstop. Dustin Ackley at 2nd. And Justin Smoke, the 1st baseman. Left to right, Mike Karp, Franklin Gutierrez, and Ichiro. And Miguel Olivo doing the catching.
The Red Sox getting to Pineda quickly here today, right out of the gate. Has had very good success this season. Not so much in his last 7 starts, and a lot of them coming on the road. In fact, this marks his 4th consecutive start away from Safeco Field. 6 of his last 8 starts have been on the road, and not a good start to today. There's Carl Crawford with Ortiz at 1st and 1 down. Time called. 247, 6 home runs, 33 runs batted in. There's strike 1 from Pineda. in the air to left. This is hit well, too, and this may get some wall. It does. Hart plays the carom. Throw will eventually come into second, but it's a double for Crawford. Ortiz takes third, and the hits continue for the Sox in the first.
Now you've got to love the approach. The two left-handed hitters, David Ortiz and Kyle Crawford, both going to the opposite field, both finding the left field wall. Fastball down and away, and beautiful swing right there by Kyle Crawford. I don't know if that's the first ball he's hit off the wall since being with the Red Sox. I can't remember too many.
Thirteenth double of the year for Crawford. He's looked very good since coming off the DL. And as a double here in the first inning as Josh Reddick stands in. Pineda trying to find his bearings here in the first inning. Things are really speeding up on him here at the moment. That is in there for strike one to Reddick.
And tries to find his bearings with a slider on the first pitch to Josh Reddick.
Did he go? They check, and no, he did not. This is Tim Timmons. There's a strike, and it's 1-2. Pineda starts today tied for ninth in the American League in strikeouts. He's tops among rookies in the majors. There's 119 strikeouts coming in. He's recorded at least 5 strikeouts in each of his starts, and here he is today right now trying to get out of his first inning. There's a swing and a miss, and on cue he strikes out Josh Reddick for the second out of the inning.
And gets Josh Reddick to chase a slider that's out of the strike zone. A couple of sliders and that at bat to Reddick, trying to change things up a little bit.
So 2 down, and Jared Saltalamacchia coming up. 249, 8 homers, and 27 runs batted in. Swinging a foul, it gets a piece of a levo, and it's 0-1 to Saltalamacchia. First pitch strikes to 6 out of 8 for Pineda. Some of those strikes not located where he wants them. Second and third right now, 2 down in the inning. To right field and in for a base hit. From third comes Ortiz. Crawford behind Big Papi. 2 runs in. Red Sox have put a 5 spot on the board in the first inning.
That's exactly where they wanted to go, too. They wanted the fastball inside. Pineda got it inside, and Saltalamacchia cleans it out. Line shot out to Ichiro. 2 more runs come across. Saltalamacchia now with 29 RBI on the season.
Yeah, Jerry spent a good amount of time yesterday talking about this 7th inning for the Red Sox. This first inning for the Red Sox this season is second as far as runs go. Red Sox getting off to great starts this year. 70 runs in the first inning for Boston. They get 5 today. Marco Scutaro takes strike 1.
Especially when you give up 2, you know, the top of the first, you bounce back with those 5. That's huge.
21st time the Red Sox have batted around this season. Scutaro bats with Saltalamacchia at first and 2 down. Lifts it foul, and it's 0-2. Terry Francona, who grabbed his 1,000th victory as a manager here last night, looking for 1,001. This is to left, but foul. Terry kind of downplayed any accolades before the game yesterday, but I think today kind of reminiscing a little bit more and thinking about what it really does mean to him in the last 24 hours. And great milestone for a great manager.
I think it kind of hit him overnight, don't you think, the
Yes.
way he was talking this morning? And, you know, you think about the start of his career with Philadelphia and some very poor teams over there. And finally, you ever wonder if you're ever going to get another chance at the big league level. Well, he got a chance here, and he certainly has jumped all over that.
He was quick to point out yesterday before the game, you're only as good as your horses, and he's had some very good horses here in Boston in the time that he has been here. Not so much in Philadelphia. He's talking about his first game as a Major League manager. Curt Schilling went 8. Ricky Bottalico came on and wrapped up the 9th, and he thought, boy, this is kind of easy. Won his first game in the majors.
Problem is he didn't have Schilling pitching 5 days in a row.
They didn't win again for like 2 weeks, so things are a little better here. And you see where his place is in Red Sox history, only behind Joe Cronin. The 2-2 pitch is coming up, and Scudero takes ball 3. Sun is out, shining brightly right now at Fenway Park. 30th pitch of the inning coming up for Michael Pineda. And it's fouled off down the right field line. 95 from Pineda. Scudero again fouls it off down the right field line, hanging tough.
Now we've seen all the pitches from Pineda, the fastball, the slider, the changeup. That was the slider that Scudero fouled off that time.
Ninth pitch of the at bat coming up for Marco Scudero. And he hits it on the ground on a big hop to Ackley at second, who throws him out and ends the inning. But great start today for the Red Sox. They lead it 5-2. The Red Sox Television Network. Commitment, compassion, and love of the game. Find out what we're made of at easternbank.com.
First Red Sox game from Derry, New Hampshire on Main Day.
Congrats to Tito. Well, Michael Pineda with a tough first inning gives up 5 runs on 6 hits. Relinquishes what was a 2-0 advantage for the Mariners. And they'll go back to work here on Tim Wakefield as Adam Kennedy leads it off for Seattle. There's ball 1 from Wakefield, who gave up a 2-run home run to Miguel Olivo in the first inning. Kennedy, a .255 hitter with the Mariners, as he rolls one over foul, and the count evens at 1-1. There's a swing and a miss, 1-2.
Kennedy, a .241 career hitter against Wakefield with a home run. Chases the high knuckleball that time.
He's 7 for 29 in his career. Fair amount of at-bats against Tim Wakefield. Was Kennedy spending a good amount of time as a member of the Angels in the American League before heading to St. Louis. And as Kennedy, Costa, and Gutierrez in the inning. This is laced foul. Wakefield gave up a total of 3 hits in the first inning. There's a swing and a miss. Kennedy strikes out. If it's high, let it fly. He did, but he couldn't get it.
Kennedy always has been a very good low ball hitter, and even on the knuckleball that stays up in the zone, still has problem making contact on that. He does have a tendency to chase that high fastball or knuckleball in this case.
So 1 out here in the second inning. Jack Cust, part of our key matchup, brought to you by New England Honda dealers. .462 average against Wakefield. And until this year, a member of the Oakland Athletics. That is in there for strike 1. He's been on base 16 of 30 times. .213 average with 3 home runs this year. 23 runs batted in. Takes a hack at the 0-2 and strikes out. Gets away from Saltalamacchia briefly, so he fires down for the out. Back-to-back strikeouts for Tim Wakefield, 2 down.
Once again, excellent movement on this knuckleball going away from Jack Cust. Saltalamacchia cannot quite apply the tag, so has to throw to first base to get the out.
Two down here in the second inning. Franklin Gutierrez, the center fielder for the Mariners, takes ball 1. Gutierrez at 184 with a home run, 8 runs batted in. This is in the air to shallow center. Ellsbury coming in, shading his eyes, still coming in as he makes the catch and ends the inning. Tim Wakefield is a 1-2-3 second. It's 5-2 Red Sox. next Friday, July 29th. Catch the Stars at tomorrow when the best players on the Cape make the trip to Boston. MLB rosters are currently filled with more than 230 Cape League alumni, including current Red Sox players Jason Varitek, Kevin Youkilis, and Jacoby Ellsbury. Family-friendly event will feature a pregame home run derby, autograph sessions with the All-Stars, and discounted concession items. Tickets are just $10. Visit redsox.com/Cape Cod to get your tickets today. It's already 5-2 as we head to the bottom of the second inning, and second time through the Red Sox orders. They sent 9 men to bat in the first inning. Here is Jacoby Ellsbury, who got the first inning started with a double, and he scored a run. They're trying to settle into this outing after giving up 5 runs on 6 hits in the first. He had given up a total of 6 runs in the first inning in his first 19 starts, but he gives up 5 runs in the first inning today. Ellsbury lifts one foul out of play, and it's 1-1.
It turned out to be a spectacular day here at Fenway Park. A little cloudy this morning. Matter of fact, for a while, it looked like they might have to put the top on. It looked like a shower was coming through, but that never developed. And now it has cleared off very nicely.
It's in there for strike 2, and it's 1-2 to Jacoby Ellsbury. Pineda last time out, no decision against Toronto, gave up 5 runs in 6 1/3. His last win came on July 4th against the Oakland A's. With 6 innings giving up a run, but the last couple outings have been tough ones. He lost to the Angels 5 innings and 7 runs, and the no decision last time out. Full count, 3-2.
Topping out that time at 97 with his fastball, but missing outside.
This one sent foul off to the left out of play and up into sky boxes. Dustin Pedroia flied out his first time up, looking to extend that 20-game hitting streak today. Swing and a miss. Ellsbury down on strike. Second strikeout for Pineda. 1 down.
Now both strikeouts on the afternoon have come on sliders. You got Reddick on a slider. Now he goes back to the slider again to pick up the strikeout on Jacoby Ellsbury.
One out here in the second inning. Dustin Pedroia flied out to center field in the first. He's 0 for 1. And a swing and a foul. Pedroia leading the majors in July with a .416 average. Tried to hold up and did. Throwing to Mark Carlson, first base umpire, and it's 1-1. Chopped left side from shortstop Ryan, bare hands and throws. Nice play. The only chance Brendan Ryan had was to get it, throw it barehanded, and he just gets Pedroia 2 down.
Well, that's a great play by Brendan Ryan, the shortstop, bare hand, and you're right, that's the only way he could make that play. And in between hop, he still scoops it and gets it up on the throw to get Dustin at first base. Terrific play by the Mariners shortstop. That's do or die. You come in with that bare hand, you don't know if it's going to end up in the hand or bounce off.
2 down here in the second for Adrian Gonzalez as he takes ball 1.
Adrian with an RBI single in the first inning. Sails outside, and it's 2-0. Lead on that cut, 95 and by him. Yankees and A's playing today at Yankee Stadium. New York on top 3-2 over the A's. They're playing in the fourth inning today. This is up the middle, but Ryan positioned perfectly, makes the stab and fires to first for the out. Pineda has a 1-2-3 seconds, some help from his defense. Red Sox lead at 5-2. Lula hot sauce, the hot sauce with the iconic wooden cap. Last night, 3 Red Sox pitchers combined to beat the Mariners, allowing just 1 run in the series opener. Josh Beckett had 7 strikeouts. Daniel Bard continued his scoreless streak. And Jonathan Papelbon earned his 23rd save with a tying run at the plate. The flamethrower is brought to you by Cholula Hot Sauce, the hot sauce with the iconic wooden cap. And really an amazing stretch for Daniel Bard as he continues to mow down hitters. Escaped a no-out bases loaded jam in the 8th inning last night without allowing a run, extending his career-long scoreless inning streak to 24 innings for his last 23 games. All started for him back on May 27th. Now here is Ichiro Suzuki, the top of the Mariners order. As ball 1 misses. Ichiro grounded back to Tim Wakefield in the first inning, and a ball back up the middle. Tim able to throw him out. This is to right field, playable for Josh Reddick. Makes the catch for the first out of the 3rd inning. Let's check in with Heidi.
Well, Don, as you mentioned earlier, Terry Francona earned his 1,000th career win as a manager last night, 14 years after earning his first win as a manager with the Phillies. Now, yesterday he talked about how after that first win it seemed so easy and he quickly learned otherwise. Today he allowed for a little reflection.
The prevailing thought seems to be that people are surprised I'm still here. I got that more than anything. No, I got some nice messages from people that mean a lot to me. So that was nice. That actually probably made me feel better than anything. I think it's kind of obvious that, I was honored and I was proud, but I'm a lot more comfortable talking about our guys and the team, and I just think that's the way it should be.
Francona joins an exclusive club of active managers with 1,000 or more wins. Leading the pack is Tony La Russa with more than 2,600 wins. Jim Leyland has over 1,500. Dusty Baker just behind him, followed by Bruce Bochy, Davey Johnson, Mike Scioscia, and Jack McKean. A pretty exclusive club there. Don?
All right, Heidi, thanks very much. Just a hot shot to first, picked by Gonzalez in the air. And Brendan Ryan is retired, 2 down.
Did Heidi tell you what she did the other day on Friday?
Yes, did she scale a building or something?
Yes, a Marriott.
Yes.
Marriott hotel. Scaled right down it.
Why? I mean,
well, for charity.
Oh, okay.
For one thing, but I'll tell you, I do not have the courage to do that.
She obviously has no problems with heights.
No.
She was on top of Tropicana Field. She was on top of that building in Chicago. Remember that, jumping up and down?
Oh, yeah, I remember that, yeah.
And then this now, scaling buildings. I mean, skydiving, all kinds of stuff. It's in there for swing and a miss. I just don't have the stomach for that stuff. I don't know about you. I don't like heights. I don't like being up here. It's a little high.
We can fix that.
The 0-2 is grounded foul. You know where it was really weird? Because the booths are usually fine. Wrigley Field in Chicago. You remember that? We were only there one day.
The only thing I remember about that is the booth being pretty high.
Yes.
And also how hot it was that day.
He's down the line at first. Fair ball. Picked off the bag, and heading for second base is Justin Ackley, as he'll get into second with a 2-out double.
Well, Ackley's had a very nice series against the Red Sox. 1 for 2 today as he gets this double right down the first base line. After a couple of quick outs for Wakefield, that that knuckleball stays inside, and Ackley pulls it right down the first base line. Remember how hot it was though in Chicago then? Wow.
Very hot.
Oh, my goodness.
And they had no elevator to the press box.
No.
So we had to scale the ramps, which I remember being an issue that day, too.
I'm not sure I can make it up that ramp now.
That had to be 4 or 5 years ago. On the ground, left side, Youkilis picks it, turns and fires, and is able to get a levo. Well, as we head to the bottom of the third inning, Kevin Youkilis is going to be up first when we come back to Fenway Park with the Red Sox on top 5-2. Of the third inning, and it's time now for the Coors Light Cold Hard Blast. Back in the first inning as part of the 5-run first is Kevin Youkilis able to hit a 2-run home run. 14th home run of the year. RBI is 71 and 72, and gave the Red Sox a 3-2 lead at the time. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. It is Main Day here at Fenway Park. Great shots in Maine that we have enjoyed throughout the first couple of innings of the game today.
That's a moose, right?
It is. It is the state animal, which I did not know until today. Believe it or not, I didn't know that.
What is the capital of Maine?
That would be Augusta.
Right.
Kevin Youkilis, David Ortiz, Carl Crawford. Youkilis for the home run we just showed you. Takes a look at strike one. Here's some facts. I told you about the moose, and you told us about the state capitol. 17 million acres of forest. That's a lot of forest. I didn't know about Bob Stanley either. This is a ground ball left side. It is cut off by Kennedy to let it go, and it is the throw going to first base that retires Youkilis. As it's Brendan Ryan on the throw. He backed off the last second.
Well, Brendan Ryan's making some very nice plays at shortstop for the Seattle Mariners in this series. Again, that ball going by the third baseman Kennedy. He has to backhand it, make a throw on the run. And of course the pick at first base by Justin Smoke. Taking a base hit away from Kevin Youkilis.
5 in a row retired now by Pineda. David Ortiz singled off the wall his first time up in left. Is outside. 3-0. There is John Slattery and Michael Malley somewhere back there too. They're coming up next inning. They'll be joining us as we get ready for picnic in the park, in Fenway Park today. There's a strike. One pitch to Ortiz is foul, and he gets a piece of Levo, the catcher.
Looks like it got him right in that throwing hand. Hand, fingers.
Don't just beat the heat this summer, annihilate it. Hurry into the Cumberland Farms Chill Zone today and fill up on your absolute favorite fountain or frozen beverages for just 79 cents. Any size, anytime. The Chill Zone, only at Cumberland Farms. One out and a full count here to David Ortiz. The Red Sox on top, 5-2. Time called as Pineda was going into his delivery. Swing and a miss, elevated at 98. Reached back for a little extra, and he strikes out Ortiz. 3 Ks for Pineda. Let's check back in with Heidi.
Well, Don, rookie all-star Michael Pineda has been one of the more consistent pitchers for Seattle this season, but he had some trouble in his last couple of starts. I talked to his pitching coach, Carl Willis, about it.
And, you know, he's a young guy that we're watching. We're getting into that part of the season where in his first major league season, as you get into this time of year, you tend to maybe get a little tired, show some of your tiredness, and particularly in the heat. So, you know, we'll watch him closely, but, you know, he's been solid up to 90 to 95 pitches.
Pineda was one of 3 Mariners pitchers to be named to the All-Star team. He replaced Justin Verlander on the roster and pitched a scoreless inning for the American League. He's also the first Mariners rookie pitcher to get more than 100 strikeouts prior to the All-Star break. Don?
All right, Heidi, thank you very much. Had a tough first inning today, giving up 5 runs after he had a 2-0 advantage. He settled down since, however, and has now retired the last 6 Red Sox batters. There's 2 outs in the 3rd inning. Carl Crawford swings with a 2-1 and lines it into left field for a base hit. Jerry, he looks like a different guy coming off the DL right now.
He sure does. You know, he was becoming a different guy before he went on the DL, and of course that set him back some. But since coming back off, he's been able to get his base hits, more solid line drive contact. A couple of balls to the opposite field today.
So he's at first base with 2 down. He'll try to get second here for Josh Reddick, who struck out swinging in the first inning. Carl's 10 out of 14 in stolen base bids on the year. Reddick with a swing and a miss. Josh struck out swinging in the first inning. One of 3 strikeouts today for Pineda.
That fastball ranging from 91 to 97 for Pineda.
There goes Crawford. The pitch is outside. The throw is pretty good. Now it gets away. He's going to ring him up, the second base umpire Cooper, but the ball comes out of the glove of Brendan Ryan. He's able to hold on. They would have had Crawford.
That's on a slider, too. This is a good throw by Olivo, the catcher. Throws it right on the money, but then the ball did not stay in the glove of Ryan. Bounces right out. So they go from the out call to the safe call in about a half a second.
Crawford didn't even know. He was headed back to the dugout. He thought he was out.
Yeah, he didn't see the ball get away from Brendan Ryan.
Well, Reddick will foul it off, and it's 1-2.
How do you score that?
They have called it a caught stealing and an error.
Okay.
So Crawford does not get credit for the stolen base. An error charge to Brendan Ryan. Swing and a miss for Reddick. He strikes out, and it ends the third inning. Mike O'Malley and John Slattery will be with us when we come back. Red Sox lead at 5-2. Park, you can etch your name into the history of America's most beloved ballpark by getting your personalized commemorative brick. Your unique message will be engraved onto a brick that will be placed inside the ballpark. Concourses Gate B or Gate C. You'll also receive a free replica of the brick with a custom case to proudly display in your home or office. Visit redsox.com/bricks to get your brick today. Tim Wakefield back on the hill, and he deals with Justin Smoke to get it started here in the inning. And Smoke will lift one high in the air out to center field. Ellsbury battles the sun, but puts it away for out number one. Hey, it is time for picnic in the park. Means it's time for Mike O'Malley and newcomer now John Slattery joining the charge here too.
Glad to be here.
Don, Jerry, good to be here. It's every true baseball fan's favorite part of the game when actors interrupt the game and talk in the booth.
It's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Get those guys out of there. I want to watch the game.
Well, John Slattery is new to this, so we'll start with him. John, you're from Newton, Massachusetts.
That's right.
Things are going well with Mad Men.
Things are going pretty well.
It's got to be cool to be back here today.
You know, I spent a lot of time here as a kid. I was just telling Jerry, my uncle Jack Rogers was a traveling secretary from 69 to 91, so I spent a lot of time as a kid watching you, and among others. Yeah, I'm a big fan.
My uncle Jimmy O'Malley used to sneak me into the games. He'd give me fingers. I'd jump up over. He'd throw me over, and I'd scrape my knee. But John just got nominated for.
See, that ball had a little movement on it.
It was
nice.
Tail to it.
Nice.
Thanks.
This is to right field, and Reddick leaps up to make the grab. 2 down.
We got to celebrate John because he just got his 4th Emmy nomination for Best Supporting Actor on Mad Men. A great show. If you're not watching it, you should be.
And
Thank you, Mike.
You get to direct some of those, don't you?
I did a couple last year, and I'm going to do another one this year. Yeah,
That's
which
good.
is great.
Yeah. A little different.
A lot different. It's a lot more work, and but it's a great opportunity. They've been very generous. Yeah.
Well, tonight is Picnic in the Park, and there's always some really cool auction items, which makes it a lot of fun. And fans are going to be there tonight. And if you can't get here tonight, here's some of the stuff that they're going to be auctioning off. That Michael O'Malley will be auctioning off.
Yes, I will auction out. You and I have done auctions before, Don, and we've had quite a lot of fun doing that.
Yes,
you know how hard it is to get folks to bid on stuff, but it's one of the great events of the year where people get to come out and sit on the field and raise money for the Red Sox Foundation. A lot of people don't know that the Red Sox Foundation is a different charity organization than the Jimmy Fund.
This is 4-3.
You can find out all the information online.
Can you come back for more?
I'll stick around if you'd like.
We'll be back with another. You owe us a half inning anyway. We'll talk about that. 5-2 Red Sox. He heads to Gloucester for striper and bluefish angling, and a little bit of a history lesson along the way. A competition for the prettiest fish breaks out. Catch the fishing. And all the fun tonight at 7 on an all-new Charlie Moore Outdoors. We head along here to the bottom of the 4th inning at 5-2 Red Sox on top. John Slattery is with us. So is Mike O'Malley. I made mention that Mike O'Malley owes us an inning. He bailed. I don't even remember this.
Yeah.
Last year we get ready for Picnic in the Park. Things started happening fast. The Red Sox all of a sudden they had a lead, and then they didn't, and then you just bailed. It was
I was
weird.
in the booth, and a hit was given up.
Yeah.
And I felt that my presence in the booth was like the butterfly flapping its wings in Africa, starting a hurricane that would end up here.
Right.
I wanted to get out. And what happened?
You got scared.
JD threw a guy out at the plate. So,
Right.
yes, I'm very superstitious when it comes to the Red Sox.
You didn't want to be pinned with that loss, and you were out of here.
No.
So
We're already overstaying our welcome right now.
well, no, we want to talk more about Picnic in the Park because we didn't want to shortchange it, because people this year, which is very different from other years, can bid online for these auction items too, which is big. So everybody out there right now saw some of those items. You can get those items.
John, tell us about the Mad Men item.
We have a pair of VIP set visits that people come out to L.A., watch us shoot the show, meet the cast, hang out, have lunch. It's great. It's, you know, maybe dress them up and give them some cigarettes and martinis.
You have to smoke to win that one. And then we also have some other amazing things like a batting lesson with Adrian Gonzalez. You got a walk-on role on Glee. We auctioned off 2 set visits to Glee last year. Those went for $50,000 each. So if you're not able to be at the park, you can go to redsoxfoundation.org and you can bid, proxy bid, or call Don's cell phone and tell him that you want to bid.
I'll get the information to everybody, as this one is on the ground down towards first, and Smoke will tag the bag. How many years is this for you? Because I know Hazel May and I were with you I want to say 6 years ago.
Yeah, it's about 6 or 7 years that I've been doing the picnic in the park, and I just love it. I wish my kids could be here with me. Seamus, Fiona, and Declan, they were here last year. We'll be back next year. But it's a great event, and that's what I was saying to John. What was so great is I said, hey, John, you should come out this year and throw out the first pitch. And of course, the people at the Red Sox immediately said, we'd love him to throw out the first pitch. And then he tells me he's been hanging around here since he was 6 years old.
For 75 cents and a piece of paper with someone else's name on it, you could get a standing room only. I did that every day.
Well, it certainly changed a lot over the years here at Fenway Park.
Yeah, it's just they've done such an amazing job of just making it so friendly and welcome and comfortable, and yet they haven't changed the dimensions of the park. It's just amazing.
Well, we really appreciate you guys coming up and sharing it with us, and thanks very much.
Thanks. We love watching your show on television every day.
All right.
Thanks,
John.
Appreciate it.
Tom, thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.
Good luck tonight.
On the show.
Thanks a lot.
Go Sox.
Picnic in the Park is tonight here at Fenway Park, and again, you can bid on some of those great outings and events. RedSoxFoundation.org. Go there and make your bid. There's a lot of stuff that you can't get anywhere else, no doubt about that. With Jonathan Papelbon, Dustin Pedroia, and among others involved. The 2-1 pitch to Marco Scutaro is in there for strike 2. "70 pitches deep" is Pineda. He's calmed down since a 5-run first inning. He's got one out here in the fourth and a 2-2. Scutaro hits it to short. Ryan's got it. And he throws out his counterpart at first base. 2 down. Well, enter to win VIP tickets and pit passes for you and 3 friends to watch the MoveThatBlock.com 225 Izod Indy Race in New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Visit NESN.com/Indy Race to read the official rules and enter to win by August 4th. 2 down here in the 4th inning, and Jacoby Ellsbury is coming up. Ellsbury doubled and scored in the first, struck out swinging in the second inning. Pineda now has 4 strikeouts. That's a strike, and it's 1-1. Eric Wedge and his team got off to a good start today. 2 runs off Tim Wakefield in the first. But things have changed rapidly since, as the Red Sox scored 5 times to answer in the bottom of the first inning. Ellsbury fouls it off, and it's 2-2.
Who would you bid on today, Don, with Picnic in the Park?
A lot of cool stuff on there. I would probably take one of the things where you're a walk-on to one of the shows, whether it be Glee or Mad Men. My acting career hasn't taken off the way I thought it was going to.
Well, you had a tremendous start to it.
Well, Fever Pitch was big.
But things have dried up since then.
And it just ended. This is the third. Kennedy has got it. He throws across, and that will end the inning. And our conversation for now, it is 5-2, Red Sox on top. Betsy Gonzalez to help local families by donating $1,000 where every home run Adrian hits this season to select Habitat for Humanity affiliates in eastern Massachusetts. The Portland Headlight Lighthouse, I'm told. And beautiful Maine on Maine Day from Fenway Park. That's a great shot right there. And we head to inning number 5 back at Fenway. It is 5-2. Red Sox on top of the Seattle Mariners. It'll be Jack Cust, Franklin Gutierrez, and Ichiro. While we have a moment, what would you bid on that list there?
I'm with you. I think I like to be on TV. You
yes.
know, I like one of those roles where, you know, you're not the main focus, you're not the main character, but you're kind of like in the background.
An extra.
An extra. Yeah, you know, as people walk by, or you're sitting at a table with a lady and you're talking, you know, and you're supposed to act like, you know, you don't know what's going on. I think one of those roles would be perfect for me.
Perfect. Not too much, just enough.
Actually, sitting there eating dinner by myself. That would be me.
Yes. Playing yourself.
Playing myself, yes. Can't go on Glee because I can't sing.
And you have to sing to go on Glee?
Yeah, you probably better be able to sing a little bit, yeah. It's based around, you know, music, so.
Now, the acting thing has really dried up, unfortunately for me.
Yeah, I noticed that. I thought you were on to big things, but
I joined the Screen Actors Guild. You know, thought that was the beginning, and it's gone nowhere. This is a swing and a miss. Cust strikes out. That is 3 strikeouts for Tim Wakefield.
Well, Cust has had good success against Wakefield in his career. He's a .462 hitter prior to this game, but 2 strikeouts today against Wakefield.
One down here in the 5th as Franklin Gutierrez flied out to center field in the 2nd inning. Gutierrez now, Ichiro waiting on deck. Mariners batting here in the top half of the 5th. There's a strike, and it's 1-1.
They actually should replace you with for Charlie Sheen in 2.5 Men. You know?
That would be bad. I like that. I love that show. I can't imagine that show without Charlie.
Nah,
Can you?
I'm gonna boycott it.
Yeah. I can't watch it unless
I can't. No,
you're winning.
I mean, Charlie's Charlie.
Yeah.
You can't watch the show without Charlie.
No.
Sorry, CBS, but that's just the way it goes.
Yeah, we're out.
Yeah.
2-1 is inside. I don't think they're going to be able to work it out, though, based on some of the things that have been said since Charlie left.
No, I think that relationship's they probably burned some bridges on the way out. Yeah.
Here's ball 4 to Gutierrez. A 1-out walk makes up a string of 5 in a row retired by Wakefield. Well, it's time out for a look at the road ahead, brought to you by Safeco Insurance. Tomorrow, the Red Sox will welcome in the Royals to Fenway Park. They'll also welcome John Lester back to the mound. Lester's not pitched since July 5th against Toronto. Make his return against the team he no-hit back in 2008. NESN's live coverage gets underway with Monster Monday at 5:30. One out, one on. Ichiro standing in. First to check on Gutierrez at first base. Gutierrez a 1-out walk here in the 5th. Started and stopped as Ichiro grounds one through the right side into right field, a base hit. Gutierrez headed for third base, and the throw is not going to be in time. So first and third with 1 out now for the Mariners.
Ichiro finds that gap between first and second after the walk to Gutierrez, and Gutierrez has no problem going first to third. Pretty strong throw out here by Josh Reddick, but not quite in time. So the Mariners have something going with 1 out here in the 5th inning.
One out, first and third, and Brennan Ryan, who has been hit by a pitch today, and lined out to first base. He's played great defensively in the series as he fouls off the first pitch from Tim Wakefield. Throw to first, and back is Ichiro as Gonzalez holds him on at first base. Yankees have opened up a 6-2 lead today as they play in the 5th inning at Yankee Stadium over the Oakland A's. The A's able to win yesterday. Glove to third, a throw to first, and they got Ichiro. They're trying to run him down, and Pedroia applies the tag. So Tim Wakefield picks off Ichiro on that look to third, throw to first thing that almost never works.
You know, Wakefield does that better than most of the pitchers in baseball, and he is successful at it because a lot of guys run on Wakefield. There's that step to it. That wasn't much of a step to at third base, was it?
No.
But he got away with it. But he does that better than a lot of guys, most pitchers in the big leagues.
In the air to left field. Brendan Ryan sends one deep to left. It is back and off the wall. It'll score Gutierrez from third base. Ryan into second with an RBI double. And now it is 5-3. So the pickoff of Ichiro is very big there. As the Mariners get a run here, it's now 5-3.
Ryan gets kind of a flat knuckleball from Tim about belt high, and he'll take it off that left field wall for the double. Drives in a run, picks up his 28th RBI of the season. 2-run ball game.
In the air to center field, left center, and it's Crawford who cuts over and makes the catch that ends the inning. Well, Dustin Pedroia will be leading it off when we come back, still looking to extend that hitting streak to 21. He's 0 for 2 so far today. 5-3 Red Sox. By Eastern Bank, awarded highest customer satisfaction in retail banking in the New England region 2 years in a row by J.D. Power and Associates. Find out more of what we're made of at easternbank.com. Main day from Fenway Park.
Wasn't that a beautiful scenic?
It's nice.
Got some lovely shots of the beautiful state of Maine today.
5-3 Red Sox on top of the Mariners. Red Sox coming to bat here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Dustin Pedroia, Adrian Gonzalez, and Kevin Youkilis.
The only thing bad about that last shot is you know what happens after that, after the trees turn and all that stuff. And
that's definitely a fall shot.
That's when the white stuff starts to come after that.
The leaves go away.
Yeah. Hopefully the Red Sox will be playing this year when those leaves are changing.
And this is what you do. You go ice fishing. This is something I think you could really get into, Jerry.
No, I don't think so.
Why not? Come on. You get your stuff. You take the sled out there. You get a little hot. You start a nice little fire out there on the lake, and you sit out there with the string.
I'll tell you what, it'd be tough enough to get me on a beautiful boat out fishing. But to be on ice.
This is to third. Kennedy on the run. And Pedroia is retired. He's 0 for 3 today. One down in the 5th. For every Red Sox game that goes into extra innings, so the Red Sox get a save, CVS Pharmacy will donate $500 to Children's Hospital Boston. CVS Pharmacy is the official pharmacy of the Boston Red Sox. See, look at that. You take your skidoo out there onto the lake.
Yeah.
And you dip it in there, and you wait for that little flag to go up. And when it goes up, Jerry,
you got to
fish yourself a fish.
Now,
meanwhile, you sit and freeze in that chair and wait.
A lot of people have huts, though, don't they?
Yes, you hut. Drive your truck out onto the ice.
See a lot of that on Lake Winnipesaukee, don't you? You see a lot of huts out there.
Yep. It's a great day.
Have you done that?
I have. This is by the mound, up the middle, and off the glove of Ryan, who dives. And it's out to center field. Second hit of the day for Adrian Gonzalez, who's 2 for 3.
Even with kind of a mini shift on Gonzalez, he still finds that hole at second base. The dive by Brendan Ryan can't come up with it. Gonzalez picks up his second hit. Also has an RBI today.
One out, one on for Kevin Youkilis. A 2-run home run for Youkilis back in the first inning. And he grounded out in the third, a 1 for 2 day. There's strike one to Youkilis. Action in the Mariners pen for the first time today. Aaron Laffey is up. We saw him pitch in last night's game for Seattle. This will bounce in, and he kicks off Olivo. No advance for Gonzalez. He thought about it.
Do you, when you fish like in the wintertime on ice like that, do you build a fire?
You could. You got to be kind of careful. You don't want to
burn the ice.
Yeah, the ice that you're sitting on. Talk about my paddle boat. That would be a really bad idea for the most part.
But like you're allowed to do that, though, right?
Sure. Yeah, you're at your own risk.
Then when you fall in,
it's your problem.
The red flag comes up.
Fish are laughing at you. It's really about being there. It's not really about catching the fish. It's the atmosphere.
It's got to be about catching the fish.
I mean, you're out in the, because I've gone many times and caught nothing. So really, if that's all you're there for, it's really not going to work out. It's all about the day.
Well, then why would you go? I mean, let's be honest. If you're not trying to catch fish,
it's a fun day. It's the atmosphere. It's breathing in the fresh air of Maine. It's great. You're one with wilderness.
Do you bring a dog with you?
Sure. Friends? Do you have any? 2-1 is inside. Has Youkilis jumping back. And it's 3-1. This is fun too. Now, this you'd have no patience for. Zero.
Why is that?
Fly fishing? I mean, you got to whip it back and forth 4 times before you flip it out. You'd have no chance of this.
Well, at least you're doing something.
That's true.
You know, you're getting some exercise there.
Very true. Maybe you would like it. Maybe it'll keep you busy enough. Down to first base goes Youkilis. It is just the first walk of the day given up by Pineda. It's time now for today's AT&T trivia question. Which, remember, the Red Sox had his first career home run versus the Mariners. As out goes Eric Wedge with 1 out. Michael Pineda gave up 5 runs in the first inning. Will come out of this game as Eric Wedge has already made the move 5-3, Red Sox on top. Daily presented by Sun Life Financial. Jeff Howe will have the latest on the NFL lockout, including details on a potential deal in place for tomorrow's vote. Plus, MLB insider Ken Rosenthal of all the rumors on the upcoming trade deadline. This and much more on NESN Daily tonight at 10, only on NESN. One down here in the 5th inning. Runners at first and second. As this call to the bullpen is brought to you by New England Ford Dealers. Into the game is Aaron Laffey, and for Michael Pineda, who leads after 4 1/3 innings. Laffey's 32nd appearance, 1-1 with a 2.31 earned run average. 39 innings, 21 Ks, and opponents hitting at 263 against Laffey. 2 on, 1 out, and David Ortiz, the batter, singled and scored in the first, struck out swinging in the 3rd inning. Off the end of the bat, off the mound, and looking to throw to third is Laffey. Nobody was there, and he gets nobody in the end. A little bit of a slip, too, as he kind of rolled his ankle. Stopping, went towards third base, looked up, nobody was there to cover.
Well, he had Adam Kennedy charging the ball also, so that left third base vacant. And when Laffey got the ball, he looked toward third base and was stunned that there was nobody there. But, I mean, there's nothing you can do about this. You got Kennedy charging the ball. There's no guarantee Laffey's going to make that play.
It is ruled a base hit. And base is now loaded with 1 out. Carl Crawford 2 for 2. That was all against Michael Pineda. The double and a single, both hits to left field for Crawford. This one missing inside. Roy grounded out to begin the inning. Gonzalez singled. Youkilis walks. Ortiz with the infield hit. Bases loaded, 1 out. Infield in for Seattle as Crawford takes strike 1. Michael Pineda leaving after 4 1/3, still responsible for the runners at 2nd and 3rd. Crawford to left again. From third base comes Gonzalez. Youkilis coming around from second. The throw is not in time, and the Red Sox take a 7-3 lead. Big day for Carl Crawford, who drives in a pair and his 3rd hit of the day.
Crawford now with the bases loaded has 101 career runs batted in. Now we're starting to see the real Carl Crawford. 3 for 3 this afternoon. Couple of RBI. Red Sox open it up to a 7-3 lead.
2 on, 1 away, 2 runs in here in the 5th inning. The 2 runs are charged to Pineda, who's touched for 7 in 4 1/3 innings. This is fouled off, so it's a 3rd straight rough outing for Michael Pineda. Play of the Week is brought to you by Taco Bell. Think outside the bun. Sunday night in the bottom of the 10th in St. Pete, Josh Reddick deserves a 0-0 tie with the Rays by robbing Justin Ruggiano of a home run. 6 innings later, Reddick scored the winning run on Dustin Pedroia's single to right field to win the 2nd longest game in Major League Baseball this season. Play of the Week is brought to you by Taco Bell. Pitch inside and the count 1-1. Ortiz at second, Crawford at first, 1 out. Reddick hits it in the air to deep left field. Back goes Carp at the wall. It's off the top of the scoreboard. Ortiz will score. Crawford is being stopped as the Red Sox take an 8-3 lead. Josh Reddick drives in a run.
Well, Reddick had problems with Pineda today. 2 strikeouts. Now he gets the left-hander Laffey, and he takes the ball off the left field wall. Right off the top of the scoreboard. By the time it bounces down, the Red Sox have another run and 2 men in scoring position.
Reddick safe at second, safe and secure. New York Life. So it is 2nd and 3rd. With 1 out in the 5th, a 3-run 5th inning so far for the Red Sox. And here's Jared Saltalamacchia. Jared singled in the 1st inning, grounded out in the 4th, a 1-for-2 day. Jamie Wright up in the pen for the Mariners. The starter Michael Pineda has come out of the game in this inning. Aaron Laffey has not recorded an out since coming into the game. Swing and a miss. 2-1. A little bit low apparently, and it is 3-1. Alfredo Aceves starting his own band. It's a 1-man band at the moment. Let's feel it.
Something fell there.
To right and in for a base hit. From 3rd comes Crawford. Round comes Reddick. Throw is late, and the Red Sox lead it 10-3. 4 runs batted in today by Jared Saltalamacchia on his 2nd hit.
Yeah, both on singles back in the 1st inning, driving in 2, and now going to the opposite field on a pitch down and away. Drives in 2 more. 4 total on the afternoon, 31 on the season. And back out comes Eric Wedge.
So the Red Sox with a 5-run 5th after a 5-run 1st. They lead at 10-3, and we'll see more of this Mariners pitching staff. When we come back to Fenway Park, Jamie Wright will be in. 10-3 Red Sox. Insurance comes to you from the Cloud of Funds Rotten Tomato Karaoke fundraiser, where Heidi talks to Ken Casey, the Dropkick Murphys. She'll also take a look at the Eastern League All-Star Game, Lester's 3D game, and much more. Catch the Ultimate Red Sox show today after Red Sox final. Still in the midst of the bottom of the 5th inning, 1 out. It's been a 5-run inning so far for the Red Sox. Mariners move on to their 3rd pitcher of the day, and it is Jamie Wright who comes in. 40th appearance, 2-3, 4.12 earned run average. 39 to 3rd innings. He has given up a total of 39 hits, struck out 24, but walked 18. And opponents hitting at 262 against Wright. He's been up in the series, but not pitched. This is to center field. Redick Gutierrez comes in and makes the catch. We're down to one knee. It's the 2nd out of the inning.
You know, we talked earlier, Don, about what you'd like to do, you know, if the bit on that picnic in the park stuff after the game. And I said I'd like to be an extra. I found what I'd like to do.
Okay.
Now, see, in the guy in the back with the computer?
Yes, by himself.
I want to be him, except with a glass of wine and no computer.
And then, are you going to talk to people, though? I thought you were just sit there by yourself.
No,
He looks
see,
like
he's not talking to anybody. He's talking to himself.
Oh.
I have a tendency to do that.
That'd be a good role for you.
You know, you're kidding about, you know, the ice fishing and all that. I think it's all great. It's pretty sad that I do not have a hobby. I do not have one single hobby.
Let me think about this. Maybe it's something that you've missed that you do, you don't even realize you do.
Well, it used to be a hobby for me to go to the gym, work out, stuff like that. That I've had to tail back on because of injuries.
Right.
But I have nothing. I mean, absolutely boring nothing.
You don't golf?
I don't golf.
No stamp collecting?
No. I save coins.
You like wine. You're a wine connoisseur.
No, that's not true either. I mean, because I drink cheap wine.
Right, one kind of wine, too.
Yeah.
It's not trying other kinds of wine.
So it's, I mean, I admire you where you get up in the morning, you go out for a little fishing, you know, for an hour or so. On the road, you go out to lunch. You know, you do different things. I do nothing. I do absolutely nothing. I mean, life is just going by.
It's flying by.
Doing nothing. This is you.
I prefer a paddle boat to this, but that's nice too.
That would be nice.
Yes.
Now, why can't I do stuff like that? Why would what tells me that I shouldn't do stuff like that?
You wouldn't enjoy it. I know you, and you wouldn't enjoy it.
Why? Because I have no patience?
I'll tell you why. Sometimes it's windy out there, and you hate wind. That's right out of the gate. You hate it.
So
you'd be miserable. It'd be terrible.
Eliminate being outside.
Yes, because it'd be hot and windy.
So I got to find an inside hobby.
Right. We can work on this. We'll find something for you. How do you feel about baseball cards? This is fouled off.
I used to have baseball cards on my bike when I was a kid. You used to put them on the spokes, remember?
Yeah. Then you were on one or a few.
Yeah.
And
that
ruins it.
Yeah. That doesn't excite me. Baseball cards do not excite me. How
about puzzles?
No,
I think about puzzles.
No patience. No patience. I can do the corners.
Right. The middle gets a little tough.
The middle gets a little tough.
This is fouled off down by the shoe tops. Ooh, look at this. River rafting. You in the back with the hat. That screams you. Look at that. Let's go, because you're definitely in charge, too.
That might be fun. What happens
Look at that.
What happens, though, when they tip over?
That it's not good.
It's pretty sad. It really is.
Here's ball 3. It's something you do that could be considered a hobby. Let me think.
You can't come up with one.
Ellsbury chops it by the mound. Ackley plays the hop and throws out Ellsbury to end the inning, but a great inning for the Red Sox. They score 5 times. Help Jerry Remy get a hobby. It's 10-3. Red Sox on top. First career home run against the Mariners. And the answer is Adrian Gonzalez. He did it April 25th of 2004. So then with the Rangers, hit a 6th inning home run off Mariners' Kevin Jarvis. It was Gonzalez's 7th career game. Number 9 hitter for the Rangers in the order that day. It was 3 for 4, a couple of doubles, along with a home run. Jarvis actually finished his 12-year Major League career with the Red Sox in 2006, pitching in 4 games and starting 3 of them. It is 10-3. Red Sox on top of the Seattle Mariners as we head to the top half of the 6th inning. Tim Wakefield back on the mound. It'll be Miguel Olivo, Justin Smoke, and Mike Karp to bat. Long wait for Tim Wakefield, 25 minutes, while the Red Sox were batting and scoring 5 times in the 5th. This will flutter inside, ball 1. Wakefield with 3 strikeouts in the game is allowed to walk, give up a 2-run home run in the 1st, and a run coming in the 5th. And that is in there for strike 1, 1-1. Swing a foul tip and the catcher's mitt, 1-2. Swing and a foul. He got a piece. Kicked off Saltalamacchia. Wakefield up to 70 pitches. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a foul. He's got Chris Cundiff, bat boy, waiting over in the on deck area. Chris able to get out of the way. Swing and a foul down the left field line. Still 1-2. Justin Smoke and then Mike Karp to bat here in the top of the 6th for the M's. Going away, 2-2. Full count. So Miguel Olivo with the 2-run home run off Wakefield back in the 1st inning. Swinging a foul down towards Canvas Alley, out of play.
10-3 lead. The Wakefield not wanting to walk anybody right now, going to fastballs on the 3-2 count.
Fly ball out to right field. Josh Reddick, shading his eyes from the sun, will put it away. It's time for a game break, and Tom Caron, TC. Okay, Tom, thanks very much. Back inside Fenway Park. There, the Red Sox have a 10-3 lead over the Seattle Mariners, and it's strike 1 to Justin Smoke. Smoke doubled in the 1st inning, flied out to center field in the 4th. For strike 2, and it's 1-2 now to Smoke. Now we're going to try to help you out with your hobbies here, Jerry. Everybody out there that can help Jerry find a hobby, tweet Heidi, and we'll get to that information along to Jerry. I've actually thought of one. This one is fouled off. Something I love to do is cook. And I think you'd be a very good chef. I mean, you're into this restaurant business now. You're starting to get a feel for what you like and what you don't like, and just think if you could create it on your own, how great it would be.
When my kids were younger, I used to barbecue a lot out in the backyard, but since they've grown and it's just me and my wife wants to go out to eat every single day. So
you're no longer the grill master.
No.
This is to first, and Smoke is retired 6-3, 2 down.
She refuses to cook.
So you could have cooked this. It's not hard. You just boil it.
I used to do that. I used to go downtown, pick up some lobsters, bring them back, and have a clam bake at the house. I used to do stuff like that. It's just recently, over the last,
You've become a real dud. You're really very boring.
Terrible. Terrible.
I think we need to rejuvenate. I think this is a rebirth, get you going again.
I see all these commercials of guys on TV, and they're all happy, and they're throwing frisbees at the dog, and
and you're just not.
They're like I'm sitting in my chair.
Miserable. What are they so happy about? Wipe that smile off.
Yeah. Why are you so happy?
What's so great?
Of course, the guy's got a beautiful place on the beach. Right. I guess that makes him happy.
Sure.
I don't know.
We got to work on this. Have to have an intervention. And a swing and a miss for Tim Wakefield. It's a milestone for Wakefield, his 2000th in a Red Sox uniform. It's 10-3, Red Sox on top. Wakefield getting his 2000 strikeout in a Red Sox uniform as he gets Mike Karp. And Wakefield comes off and tips his cap to the Fenway faithful as they stand in appreciation, and they would stand for quite a while. Tim would come back out again for a curtain call moments later here in between innings from Fenway Park as he is urged by the fans to do so. After receiving congratulations from his teammates, back out he comes.
What a nice moment for Tim Wakefield. They immediately put that up on the scoreboard in center field. The crowd acknowledging Wakefield.
Only Roger Clemens ahead of him in strikeouts in team history. And to think that he has long ago passed Louis Tiant, Cy Young, and Pedro Martinez. There is strike one to Dustin Pedroia, who leads it off here in the 6th inning, an 0-for-3 day. Dustin has not been part of the hit parade today. The Red Sox have 12 hits and 10 runs. Dustin trying to grab one to continue this hitting streak as he takes a pitch away, and it's 1-1. In the air to left center field. Back goes Karp. Onto the track at the wall. It's off the scoreboard. To second base goes Dustin Pedroia. He's done it. He's extended the hitting streak to 21.
Some question on that one, whether it was going to make it to that left field wall, but it did. It's a breaking ball to Pedroia. A away from him, gets toward the end of the bat, and I think he's wondering as he's running down that first base line, is he going to make it? Well, it certainly does. And Pedroia in his second base with the double hitting streak now at 21, as Don mentioned. It was right at the bottom of the wall.
Yeah, first look, I didn't think he was going to make it. Mike Karp was headed back there, and it is off the wall, and Dustin's got a double. So now 8 out of 9 hitters for the Red Sox today have hits. Only Marco Scudero without a hit. And there is ball 1 to Adrian Gonzalez. He is 2 for 3 today. Single in the first, grounded out in the second, singled and scored in the fifth. Two and 0. Jamie Wright came in and was able to secure the last 2 outs of the fifth inning and to stop the bleeding a little bit. Michael Pineda gave up 7 runs. Aaron Laffey touched for 3. And Wright trying to settle down this Red Sox offense, but double for Pedroia to begin the bottom of the 6th inning. Through the right side and a shift into right field. From second comes Pedroia. Red Sox lead at 11-3. Adrian Gonzalez with his 3rd hit of the day.
23 multiple RBI games on the season for Gonzalez. 2 today. That gives him 82 on the season. Defeats the shift as he hits it to the right of the second baseman. And the offensive beat goes on for the Red Sox this afternoon.
Adrian Gonzalez, who's hit at 389 at Fenway Park this season. In another 3-hit game, his 18th of the year, as Youkilis fouls off the first pitch. Youkilis hit a 2-run home run back in the first, grounded out in the third, walked and scored in the fifth. Chop foul, and it's 1-2. Arbor Coat exterior stain by Benjamin Moore, revolutionary waterborne stain that outperforms the best oil-based stains on the market. Find Arbor Coat at your local Benjamin Moore retailer. A double and a single to start this 6th inning, a run in, and a 1-2 now to Youkilis. Breaking ball, it's in there for strike 3. Well, it started right at Youkilis and then ducks across the plate and gets him. Uke didn't think so.
That's a nice curveball here by Wright as he throws it directly at Kevin Youkilis and picks up the top of the strike zone.
So 1 down here in the 6th inning, and David Ortiz coming up. Ortiz has 2 hits in the game, both singles. He scored 2 runs and struck out. There's strike 1 to Big Papi. Outside ball 1, 1-1. Jamie Wright, the former starter, broke into the big leagues with the Colorado Rockies back in '96. Well, bat goes flying into the seats as the ball goes to right. Ichiro makes the catch, a broken bat, and it ends up in the seats about 10 rows back.
That's going to be some bad wood there for David Ortiz, because that sounded pretty good coming off the bat, but the bat just splinters. Let's see where he gets this pitch. A little bit toward the end of the bat, and maybe that's why it snapped like that, but it just sounded weird coming off the bat.
2 down, and Gonzalez at first base. Carl Crawford has 3 hits today, 2 runs batted in, double and 2 singles. It's in there for strike 2, and it's 0-2. Lady who grabbed the bat gets to keep the bat. The 0-2 is in the dirt, and it's 1-2. That's what's left of David Ortiz's bat. Crawford takes a ball outside, 2-2. And a good day today for Carl. A very good return off the DL so far. All of his hits, opposite field base hits today, including a double in the first and 2 singles since. Swing and a miss. Crawford strikes out this time, and it ends the inning. Red Sox had a run. We played 6. Boston on top 11-3. Join us for Red Sox Game Day Live, presented by Uno's with TC Eck and Heidi at 6:30. Well, take a look back at Ted Williams' historic Hall of Fame speech. Preview John Lester's return to the rotation. Plus, the Boston Globe's Michael Vega will have the latest news and notes from the Red Sox clubhouse. Our live coverage begins tomorrow with Monster Monday at 5:30, and it's only on NESN. Tim Wakefield. Kennedy tips it foul. Yamaika Navarro has taken over at third base for Kevin Youkilis. The Red Sox on top here 11-3 in the 7th inning. Wakefield ready with a 1-1 pitch. To left center field, Ellsbury tracks it as he moves over and makes the catch. 1 down in the 7th inning. When the Red Sox win, you win. Buy any lobster sandwich at D'Angelo the day after a Sox win. Get a free small sandwich on your rewards card. See participating stores or D'Angelo's.com for details. 1 out in the 7th inning as Jack Cust is coming up. He has struck out twice today. This one fouled off, and it's 1-1. Dunkin' Donuts is in its 13th year of hosting local youth groups and charitable organizations in the Dunkin' Dugout, a special seating section at Fenway Park. Thousands of children have had the chance to catch a Red Sox home game thanks to Dunkin' Donuts. Swing and a miss. And Cust is down 1-2. More action for the Mariners. Josh Lukey saw in game 1 of the series, warming up in the pen. Eric Wedge's Mariners in jeopardy of dropping their 15th straight game. This is to left for Cust, and it's in for a hit. Crawford over to play it as Jack Cust is on with 2 down here in the 7th inning.
And we mentioned earlier that Cust had come in with good success against Wakefield, but Wake had got him twice to strike out of this ball game. Opposite field base hit this time on the line.
Pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket. Tim Wakefield 6 1/3, 3 runs, 2 of which came in the first inning. He's walked to batter, struck out 4, and thrown 91 pitches. Gutierrez is flied out to center and walked. That is outside, 2-0. There's a strike, 2-1. Wakefield had a 1-2-3 inning in the 2nd, the 4th, and the 6th inning. To center field, and this will get in for a base hit. Over is Ellsbury to play it on a hop. Franklin Gutierrez has got a base hit, and the Mariners with back-to-back hits here in the 7th.
Last time they had back-to-back hits was in the 5th inning, and then they had it again in the 1st inning off Wakefield when he gave up the 2-run home run to Olivo. Wakefield today going for his 199th career win as Alfredo Aceves starts to loosen up in the Red Sox bullpen.
And there for strike 1 to Ichiro in single. His last time up, 1 for 3 day. It's a strike call, and it's 1-2. Cust at second, Gutierrez at first, 1 out. Here in the Mariners' 7th inning. This is lined into right field, a base hit. Cust to be stopped at 3rd, and the Mariners have the bases loaded on 3 straight hits with 1 out here in the 7th inning.
Second hit of the ball game for Ichiro as he's had hits in his last 2 at bats. Gets the knuckleball that's down and in from Wakefield and puts it on a line up over the head of Dustin Pedroia for the base hit.
So bases loaded, 1 down. Brendan Ryan, the batter, has been hit by a pitch, lined out to first and doubled to drive in a run in the 5th inning. It's a high fly ball to deep left field. Crawford looking up, and that is gone. A grand slam for Brendan Ryan, his 2nd home run of the year. And just like that, it is now 11-7.
Second career grand slam for Brendan Ryan, his second home run of the season. As he gets a knuckleball above the belt and takes it up into the monster seats for the home run. And that's going to be it for Wakefield this afternoon as Terry Francona makes his way to the mound.
Tim Wakefield done for the day. Red Sox lead it 11-7. Eastern Bank, we believe something as simple as your checking account shouldn't come with a lot of strings attached. Eastern Free Checking. See just how good a checking account can feel. Main day at Fenway Park as we are in the midst of the top of the 7th inning. Seattle Mariners have scored 4 times on a grand slam by Brendan Ryan, and it is 11-7. Red Sox on top. Alfredo Aceves into the game. His 28th appearance, 5-1. 3.44 earned run average. And it's hitting at 212 against Aceves. Justin Ackley will be the first batter that Aceves faces. He went the final 2 innings on Tuesday night at Baltimore. Gave up 3 runs. There's a high fly ball to center field. Jacoby Ellsbury is back there, shy of the track, to make the catch for the second out of the inning. Immediately following the game, stay with us for WB Mason Extra Innings Live with TC, Nick Cafardo, and Heidi. Get a breakdown of Tim Wakefield's outing, including his take on today's performance. We'll have the manager's perspective in the From the Press Room segment, plus sound from today's Hall of Fame inductions. It's all coming up right after the game on WB Mason's Extra Innings Live. They'll be live on Yawkey Way today. Miguel Olivo batting with 2 down in the inning and a swing and a miss. We're going to go back to June 12th for the last time the Mariners have scored 7 times in a game. Where they score 7 runs finally, and they're still trailing by 4 runs as they bat in the top of the 7th inning. That is outside, 1-1.
I mentioned those 7 runs 35 games ago since they've scored 7 in a game.
Just outside, 2-1. There's a pop-up in the infield around second base as Pedroia takes charge and makes the catch. It ends the top of the 7th inning. A grand slam in the inning for Brendan Ryan. It's 11-7 Red Sox on top. It is Main Day here at Fenway Park, and Jeremy Porter with God Bless America.
The raffle are now posted on the center field video board.
When they came to bat in the bottom of the 1st inning, they would score 5 times, including a 2-run home run for Kevin Youkilis. Red Sox had a 5-2 lead. Then Dustin Pedroia able to extend the hitting streak to 21 games with his double later on, as that would come in the 5th inning for the Red Sox. And Tim Wakefield gets his 2,000th strikeout in a Red Sox uniform, able to get Mike Karp for the strikeout number 2,000. Wakefield ended up going 6 1/3 in the game today, and he is charged with 7 runs. Red Sox on top 11-7. As we head to the bottom of the 7th inning, the pitcher on for the Mariners is Josh Lukey. 10th appearance, 1-1 with a 14.73 earned run average. 387 opponent batting average. 9 strikeouts in 7 1/3. Jamie Wright went an inning and 2/3. And was charged with 1 run. It was Reddick, Saltalamacchia, and Scudero to bat here in the bottom of the 7th inning. So fouled off to the left and out of play.
Saw Lukey the other night, as Don mentioned. A lot of fastballs and a lot of split-fingered fastballs from Lukey.
Breaking ball in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. Acquired by the Mariners in a 6-player deal that included Cliff Lee and Mark Lowe, July 9th of 2010. This one is chopped foul and will stay foul. Reddick grounds it through the left side, a base hit. Josh Reddick gets his second hit of the day. Let's send it down to Heidi.
Well, we sent out to my Twitter followers here to suggest a hobby for Jerry, and we have quite a few suggestions here. Actually, a lot of people said Jerry already has a hobby. It's playing air guitar. They like when you play air guitar. They think you should do that some more. But the top suggestion would have to be knitting. They said it's portable, it's easy to do. You should definitely take up knitting. You can knit Wally some outfits. A lot of people suggested getting a metal detector and going out on the beach and looking for lost metals. Bird watching and people watching was suggested. Also being a food critic, because that could keep your wife happy. You can still go to restaurants and be a food critic. So those are some of the suggestions. As far as like sports activities are concerned, they said because of your knees and because you don't work out much anymore, try yoga or swimming. Those are both good on the knees.
You know, I hear that a lot. I get that a lot. Yoga or swimming. The problem is when I swim, I go right to the bottom of the pool.
Right, you were worried about drowning.
And my producer just reminded me, you also had a suggestion for taxidermy.
There's a base hit for Jared Saltalamacchia as Reddick takes third. Yeah, that is the third hit of the day for Saltalamacchia. He's had a very good day.
Certainly has. 4 runs batted in, 3 hits on the afternoon. Nice afternoon for Jared Saltalamacchia. Fastball down in the zone. Rips it into right field for the base hit. Well, those are all very interesting.
Yeah. I have to say the metal detector one has you written all. That'd be great. Go out on the beach and you take your metal detector, you put your big earphones on, and you wait to find some treasure.
Now, what do you do when you find stuff like that? Do you pawn it off?
You dig, and then you find it, and then you go sell it or keep it if you like it. It's great. And you're on the beach and you're around other people.
So I'd have to move to a warm weather climate in the off season.
This is popped up. Ackley headed out, and the second baseman makes the catch. He's looking towards first, but nobody there. And there's one down.
Now, bird watching.
Yes.
I don't see myself doing that. To me, a bird's a bird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of people are really into that, though.
Yeah.
They know the different kind of birds, and it's very rare to see a certain bird. To me, a bird's a bird.
A bird's a bird.
It flies.
Yeah. So bird watching is out.
I appreciate the idea.
How about marbles? Reading.
Wow.
There you go. You do read. I've seen you read a book.
I'll tell you. Here's the problem with reading for me. When I start a book, I can't put it down, and it like consumes whatever time I have.
This will not be caught. Drops in short left, and from third comes Reddick. Red Sox lead it 12-7.
Well, here we are in the 7th inning again, and the Red Sox putting another run up on the board. The Mariners battle back, get back into the ball game. The Red Sox counterattack in the bottom of the 7th. Ellsbury with a little bloop over the head of Ryan for the base hit. But then I'll get into a book if I really enjoy it, and I cannot put that book down. And then all of a sudden I'll go through stretches where I won't read a book for a year and a half. It's weird. I'm very weird, as you know, as you well know. You know me better than probably most people know me. But no, I do read once in a while.
Yes, that's what I've always had trouble, because when you go to read a book, you're right. You whip through it, and you seem to enjoy it.
Yes.
And then you don't do it again.
Exactly.
Like you'll take a book on the plane, I'll notice, and then you'll never see a book again for a long time.
For a long time, yeah. I don't know why that is.
1-0 is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Sometimes I thought you just read to keep people from talking to you, because that way...
No, nobody talks to me anyway. They really don't. I mean, when's the last time you've seen anybody have a conversation with me?
You bring up a good point. This is the third. Kennedy will go to second for one, and that's all they'll get, as Pedroia will reach it first. Falling down and now getting back to the bag is Saltalamacchia. Not sure what happened there. He was a good ways off the bag at third.
I think he stopped because he thought he was going to get tagged in that situation. And then by the time he got back up, he had to scramble back to third base. Take another look. What's going to happen is he ducks right there. He's down because the throw's coming right at him. Then he had to get up and kind of scramble back to third base as the throw comes across the diamond. It's almost like he thought it was going to be a double play, but it was not.
So does first and third now. 2 down in the inning. Adrian Gonzalez takes strike one. He has 3 hits today and 2 runs batted in. On the ground to first base, Smoke will tag the bag and end the inning. We head for the 8th inning from Fenway Park. Red Sox on top 12-7.
Top of the 8th, the Amica Pitch Zone is brought to you by Amica Insurance. Amica Insurance is not just how you're covered, it's how you're treated. And Kyle Crawford with 3 hits in the game this afternoon. A double going to the opposite field. A fastball going to the opposite field. And then a base hit the other way again to drive in 2 runs 3 times. Going to the opposite field this afternoon for Kyle Crawford.
We move on to the 8th inning back at Fenway Park, 12-7. Red Sox on top of the Seattle Mariners, and more Alfredo Aceves. You got the final 2 outs of the 7th inning back out there to pitch the 8th, and it'll be Justin Smoke, Mike Karp, and Adam Kennedy to bat. Smoke is 1 for 3, doubled back in the first inning, and a swing and a miss for strike 1. There's a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Well, there's a guy we've not seen yet in the series, Brandon League. And no need for League in this series, as the Mariners had a lead in the game, and their closer has not been necessary.
All-star Brandon League.
This one is tap foul, and it hangs at 0-2. Tim Wakefield went 6 1/3, giving up 7 runs. Alfredo Aceves working here in the 8th inning. The 0-2 pitch on the ground towards Pedroia at second base. He's got it. And there's one down in the 8th. Here comes Mike Karp. It was Tim Wakefield's 2000th strikeout in a Red Sox uniform in the 6th inning. Karp today 1 for 3, singled off Wakefield back in the 1st inning. Had home runs in each of the first 2 games of the series. And a swing and a miss for strike 1.
Did you ever do yoga?
No, I've never done yoga.
I've never done yoga either. I've seen it being done.
I think you have to have patience for yoga too. You'd have to take your mind to another place.
They say it's a great workout. I think they have these yoga classes where they go in some kind of intense heat. It's really warm in the room, and you get an excellent workout. I've never tried it. I've seen it. We'll see, Dan. We'll come up with something.
We're missing something. Something that is obvious. Something you could do that wouldn't be aggravating when there's no wind or people. That's not outside. Oh yeah. What about pool?
I used to play pool. Yeah.
You have a hobby. I just realized what you do all the time. Sleeping is a hobby. You love to sleep. I don't know anybody who could sleep like you. You sleep late until the morning. You get up, you order room service, and you go back to sleep again. And the only thing that gets in the way is that you got a game later on that day. Otherwise, you could sleep all day.
I can't argue with that.
You are a sleeper.
I cannot argue with that.
Here's a pop-up into shallow right, and falling fast. It'll fall in for a hit in front of Reddick. It's a 1-out single for Karp.
I think you might have hit on something there,
yes.
Don. I don't know if that's a hobby, but boy, I really can't sleep.
You can sleep. You do it a lot. It's something you enjoy. It's a hobby.
Sometimes on the road, I get up and I'll have some coffee. I'll take a peek at the computer. All of that takes about a total of 45 minutes or so.
Right.
And then I lay on the bed.
Back down again.
But not in a sleeping position, more of like on my stomach, just kind of staring at the wall. And I'm waiting for lunch.
How long does that take?
It could take sometimes 2 hours.
In the same position.
Then I have lunch, then I have a nap.
So then you're back to sleep.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you get up, and that's when I see you every day is when we go to leave. That's what's next.
That's what's next when I see you to go to the ballpark. Of course, you're big leaguing me now sometimes. You don't come with me anymore. You go a little bit later.
It's getting earlier and earlier.
It is
start
getting
leaving
early.
at noon and 1 o'clock. It's getting a little early in my schedule. I have a chance to work out or have lunch.
See, I eat lunch sometimes at 10:30.
I know. Sometimes I hear room service thinking that perhaps you're just getting breakfast, and I realize that's not what's happening.
No, it's lunch.
This is lunch.
That way you can get in a good nap.
1-1 is popped up. Foul off third. Navarro going as far as he can, but will not have a play.
Mike just brought up a good one, motorcycling. I wonder if I'm too old for that. You know what I'd really like to do? And it can't happen now, obviously, at my age, but I would love to be one of those fighter pilots.
Yeah.
And, the flyovers at the ballpark. I don't want to be in combat.
Right.
But I would like to be able to fly one of those planes. I think that'd be a tremendous rush.
Like the Green Mountain Boys. This one is fouled off by the Red Sox dugout.
But you got to know a lot of math and all that to be a pilot, don't you?
How are your math skills?
Not real good.
No.
No.
The motorcycling's out. It's very windy.
No, I think I would enjoy that.
Throw a helmet on.
I would enjoy that. Yeah. Nice big Harley.
1-2 is outside. And it's 2-2 to Adam Kennedy. How about a tour guide like
No. You got to talk to people.
Double-decker buses, The silent tour. Swinging a foul as Kennedy gets a piece.
It's really pretty pathetic. It really is, and I've got to do something to change it because there's a lot of life to live.
Yes,
you know?
it's flying by.
It's just going by so fast that it's a good thing. Good thing I got this.
Right. Two is cranked foul down the right field line back into the grandstand. Well, coming up after the game today, it's Granite City Electric's Red Sox final. TC, Nick Cafardo, and Heidi, they'll have the final word from Fenway and preview John Lester's return to the rotation in tomorrow's series opener with the Royals. Plus highlights from all the games around the majors. It's coming up right after the game. And it's only on Nesson. It's right here from Yawkey Way after the game as well. As Kennedy takes a pitch down low. And it's a full count. Fredo Sevis giving up a one-out base hit to Mike Karp. Swing and a miss as Sevis gets his first strikeout of the day. It's out number 2 of the 8th.
Ellis Sevis has done just a tremendous job for the Red Sox this season. Called on in these type of roles. He's able to put zeros on the board for the Red Sox. He's done just about everything for Boston. Starting, long relief coming in early in ball games, late in ball games.
Two down, Carpet first, and Jack Cuss the batter. It's a high fly ball out to deep left center field. Ellsbury going back at the wall, so is Crawford. And Carl's there to make the catch on the track. It ends the top of the 8th inning. 7.5 done. It's 12-7 Red Sox. For your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry, get live audio, pitch-by-pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text @BAT to 31826 or visit RedSox.com for details. We head to the last half of the 8th inning at Fenway Park, 12-7. Red Sox on top of the Seattle Mariners. And a new pitcher for the Mariners into the game is Brandon League. Their closer, his 41st appearance, 1-4 with a 3.35 earned run average. He's 23 out of 27 and has not had many save opportunities. That is certainly an issue for Brandon League, having trouble getting work during what has been a 14-game losing streak for the Seattle Mariners. Now it is Yamaiko Navarro leading it off here for the Red Sox, his first at bat, as he took over for Kevin Youkilis defensively. 174 hitter with the home run and 2 runs batted in. Kyle Weiland getting some work in the Red Sox pen. There's a strike, and it's 1-2.
League with the fastball, the slider that you just saw right there to Navarro, also the split-fingered fastball.
It's up and away, and it's 2-2. Fastball at 97 miles an hour. An all-star for the first time, Brandon League. Tied for third in the American League with his 23 saves. This is popped up foul, backing out of play. I want to remind you to get one of the best sports sections in the country delivered to your home every day. Sign up now for convenient Boston Globe home delivery at bostonglobe.com/sports. Two-2 pitch is in there for strike 3. Navarro strikes out for the first out of the bottom of the 8th. Hess and Hess Express are proud sponsors of the Red Sox and the Red Sox on Nesson during the 2011 Red Sox season. Hess and Hess Express will donate $500 to the pediatric trauma program at Children's Hospital Boston for every Red Sox home run. Hess and Hess Express, committed to helping the cause. 1 out in the 8th inning as David Ortiz stands in. Swinging a foul tip. David today is 2 for 4 in the game, his 2 singles, and has scored 2 runs. One is outside, and it's 1-1. Outside, ball 2. Well, this is what you look like, Jerry, if you're going to get into this motorcycling thing. Look at you.
I don't know about the white, though. I don't go for the white.
No?
No. I want
well, more likely this is what you're going to do.
Now, that's pretty close right there.
I remember that. That was in Arizona. We were that was a getaway day for us. We weren't doing the game, but it was an exhibition game. We weren't covering on Nesson, but we had to travel with the team.
Really?
So that was
really me.
That is in the home booth for the Arizona Diamondbacks, their home broadcast booth. We borrowed. They weren't doing the game either, and you took a nap in what was a giant beanbag. You don't remember that?
I don't remember that.
Yes,
no.
I think it was 05. It was great. 2-2 is grounded softly. Smoke will flip to first, and there's 2 outs in the inning. Here it is.
Oh, this
Again,
really is me taking a nap.
That is you taking a nap.
Oh, yeah, I recognize the shoes.
Yes.
Boy, that looks comfortable, though, doesn't it?
You are out. Look at that.
There's a lot of medication right there.
We borrowed their booth. That was pretty good. So there it is. That is your hobby. It took us several hours today to figure out what your real hobby is, and it is sleeping. You are a great sleeper.
I can't argue with that.
No.
I don't know if you consider that a hobby, but
sure. Takes up a lot of your extra time. Are you a big dreamer? Do you dream a lot when you sleep or no?
I can't talk about that.
Oh. We've crossed some sort of line. That is up and away. Yeah, it's 2-0.
When the moment's right.
Probably better. We don't know.
You never know when the moment's going to be right.
Don't forget, coming up immediately after the game, stay with us for WBA's at Extra Innings Live. It's all the post-game coverage you'll need. It's right here on Nesson, and it'll be live on Yawkey Way.
TC go out there already? Is he? I think he did.
Gone.
Yeah.
Yep. And on the count to Carl Crawford. It's been a big day for Crawford. 3 hits. A couple runs batted in as he looks at a strike over the inside corner. Full count.
Big days for Carl Crawford, Jared Saltalamacchia, Josh Reddick.
Adrian Gonzalez.
Yeah, nice offensive afternoon for the Red Sox.
Ball 4 and a walk for Crawford. 2-out walk here in the 8th. Boston Red Sox baseball on Nesson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Now 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Red Sox on top 12-7. Josh Reddick has 2 hits today, a double and a single. And after striking out in his first 2 at-bats. Now lines this one to second baseman Justin Ackley to end the inning. We head for the 9th inning, 12-7, Red Sox on top. Southwest Airlines, your New England Mazda dealers, Dunkin' Donuts, and by your New England Subaru dealers. Main day from Fenway Park has gone well for the Red Sox. A 12-7 Red Sox lead. Red Sox out hitting the Mariners 17-11. You ever seen a moose in person?
I have not, no. I have never seen a moose in person, no. That's about as close as I've ever come to a moose, right there.
Well, we head here to the top of the 9th inning.
Speaking of mooses, we came up with a pitcher. There's been a couple of pitches of me come up on the board.
Oh, wow, that really.
But we found one of you, Don.
What is that?
Where are you?
I don't know. Narachi has this on his phone, I think. But where that is from, I don't know. I'm not even sure it's me. I don't think that's me.
Yeah, it looks like the Caribbean. Looks like the color of the water.
Wow. That is terrible. I don't think that's me. I really don't.
Oh, I think that's you. As a matter of fact, that's from the Red Sox cruise.
Uh-huh. 9th inning, it's 0-1 to Franklin Gutierrez. It's outside, and it's 1-1.
I sleep, you swim.
No.
Backwards.
Make it stop.
Your hair looks the same, too.
It is. It never changes.
How do you go in the water like that and your hair doesn't change?
It's amazing.
It's unbelievable.
Well, I think it was wet. I still don't think that was me.
I'm quite sure that was
it's
you.
One of those Photoshop things.
No, that was not.
I'm not saying it's not my head.
Because you know what? I've seen that picture before.
This is back up the middle and into center field. Base hit for Gutierrez to get it started here in the 9th.
Well, Gutierrez gets a couple of hits in this game. He's been on base 3 times today. A walk and 2 hits. He is 2 for 3 for the afternoon.
So the lead runner on here for the Mariners.
I think that's you.
It is not me.
Did he get a Speedo on?
No. God, no. Ichiro takes a pitch for a strike.
I can see you prancing around in a cruise ship. The Speedo, your flip-flops. Hi, I'm Don Orsello. Here's the 2-2.
The 1 to Ichiro is a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-2. I remember that now. I know exactly when that was taken. It was in the Caribbean, and we were diving. He's on the ground ball right side. Pedroia gets up, took a look at second, but he fires to first. For the first out here of the 9th inning, as Gutierrez takes second base. So 1 out here in the 9th.
You were diving?
Yeah, we were diving. And
off the boat?
I actually had a weird, freaky thing happen. I was underwater. I don't do a lot of diving, especially in the Caribbean.
Oh, you mean you were really diving?
Yeah, but snorkeling kind of, you get the the whole thing and So anyway, we're down there, and the guy said before we jumped off, usually nothing will come up to you. You just kind of see stuff, nothing will bother you, no sharks or whatever. This big fat sea turtle came up and got right in my face. So this thing is right in my face, and I'm thinking, is this thing going to bite me? What is it going to do? It wouldn't leave.
Yeah.
So I freak out, and I start, fluttering back to the boat, and I get back onto the boat, and I said, well, this sea turtle came right up in my face, and I didn't know what it was. And the guy said, well, he said, because I've never had that happen. So we thought about it for a second. He goes, maybe he thought you were another sea turtle. So I was sort of offended at the time, but based on that picture, it kind of looks like a sea turtle.
Made for a good picture.
Yeah, so I do remember that day now, and sadly that was me. The 0-1 is chopped towards short as Scooter will look at second, fires to first, and there's 2 down. Mariners are down to their last out.
And the fans at home are very happy.
Here comes Justin Ackley. There is ball 1. Reminder to stay with us for Granite City Electric Red Sox final. Complete post-game coverage coming up after the game from our Nesson studios. Live on Yawkey Way today. This is fouled down the left field line, out of play.
That's why I don't go in the water when I go on vacation. I go in a pool because you never know what's in the ocean.
You don't know.
You don't know.
No.
But in the pool, you know. You get an idea,
And they said no sharks. How do you know? Like a group of sharks just don't float in.
Exactly.
And then you're with a group of sharks.
Even it could be the most beautiful beach in the world. I will not go in the ocean. I'll go in the pool. unless there's babies in it.
1-1 is what?
You know.
2-1. Two-one is a swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. Twelve to 7. Red Sox on top of the Mariners. 2 outs in the ninth. Fenway stands as one. Swinging a pop-up foul that will get back onto the screen. Saltalamacchia going as far as he could. The single to begin the inning for Gutierrez. Took second on the ground out by Ichiro. Ryan grounded out. 2 outs in the ninth. Nick Wedge watching here as his team is about to drop their 15th straight game. Two pitch is outside, ball 3. Full count to Dustin Ackley. Line foul. Back into the grandstand, out of play. This would be a new franchise record for the Mariners on the wrong side. Three-two pitch. Ackley hits it in the air to left field. Back goes Crawford in front of the scoreboard. It's off the scoreboard. From second, it'll be Gutierrez scoring. It's an RBI double for Dustin Ackley. His second hit of the day, and it's now 12-8. So the Mariners grabbing a run here in the ninth.
So you've got to like what you've seen from Ackley in this series against the Red Sox. A couple of hits again here today. Going to the opposite field, taking it off the wall, driving in a run. Picks up his 15th RBI. Looks like he's going to be a good hitter.
There's Miguel Olivo, who homered in the first inning, a 2-run shot. He's gone 1 for 4 here today. And a swing and a miss. Swing and a miss again, 94 and up. It is 0-2. Two outs and 2 strikes to Miguel Olivo. Alfredo Aceves trying to wrap it up today for the Red Sox. The 0-2 pitch is fouled back. Defensive swing from Olivo.
Aceves stays with that fastball, just gets it to the outside part of the plate, and Olivo just fouling it off.
The 0-2 pitch is low and away, and it's 1-2. Luvo hit a 2-run home run back in the first inning. Now has 14 home runs on the year. 1 for 4 day for the Mariners catcher. In the air to shallow left. Crawford is coming in. Carl's under it, and he makes the catch. The Red Sox win. They sweep the series, and the Seattle Mariners have lost 15 consecutive games. It is the longest losing streak in their franchise history, as the Red Sox win today, a final of 12-8. And Jerry, again today, the Red Sox bringing their bats with them. A big offensive day for a lot of the Red Sox.
A tremendous offensive day. You can go right down the line. Gonzalez, Crawford, Salter, LaMarquia. How about the job by Aceves? So congratulations to Tim Wakefield picking up his career win 199 and getting his 2,000th strikeout here this afternoon. So very good series for the Red Sox. Move on now against the Kansas City Royals.
Final score 12-8. Red Sox beat the Mariners. For Jerry Remy and Heidi Watney, I'm Don Orsillo saying good afternoon from Fenway Park. Join us again tomorrow night as the Red Sox open a series with the Kansas City Royals. Our live coverage of Yawkey Way begins at 5:30 with Red Sox Monster Monday. It's been a presentation of Nesson, New England's most watched sports network. Let's send it now to Yawkey Way and Tom Carey.